Well, hello everybody. I decided to make a little video since, here we are, Ghostface is here. Now, I bought the DLC, so I got the extra cosmetic, and I also bought the knife for the new Ghostface cosmetic that came out at the same time as him, so I've spent some decent money to get this killer looking nice, but it may all be for naught, and I will explain why as the game starts. So, the reason why I'm having some doubts at the moment about Ghostface is that right after his release, they've already announced that they have plans to nerf him. And it's very disappointing because over the last few days, the Twitter feed for Dead by Daylight has been non-stop comments about, please don't nerf Ghostface, because everybody's sick and tired of bad killers. Plague and Legion were disasters, and Plague is still a disaster. And then, we finally have a killer that in the PTB looked like they could be viable, and this is the first one we've had since Spirit that showed real promise. I mean, Plague kind of did, but yeah, I don't know. But now that it looks like they're doing the same thing they did with Plague to Ghostface. Only difference is they weren't able to cram out the nerfs right as he released, so they plan on hotfixing this. And once again, their Twitter feed is blowing up with people getting mad and people not wanting him to be nerfed. So the nerfs, as far as I'm aware, they're going to be some of his higher tier add-ons. I'm not sure which ones they are. They're going to become more rare. They're going to become less effective. And they're also going to make it to where when he's stunned by a pallet, he loses his shroud, which I guess isn't the worst thing in the world. I don't like the whole pallets taking away your power function, but I guess in some ways it makes sense. They're also going to make it to where he can't continuously stalk survivors when they're marked, so he can't extend how long they're exposed for, which I don't mind that one, honestly, because that does feel kind of cheesy, I agree. But the one that actually worries me is they're going to make him 8% easier to spot. Like 8% larger area of the camera will be able to spot Ghostface and break him out of his power. Which, making him easier to spot was the whole problem with him to begin with. And it may not seem like a big difference, but we don't know how much they increased it in the first place. And on top of this, once again, look at Plague. They don't even consider what they did to her a nerf, and yet it clearly had a drastic effect on her gameplay. So what do you think it'll happen when they're legitimately trying to nerf a killer? We just haven't had the devs prove to us that they can balance a killer properly without stranding to the survivor side lately. Spirit was a happy accident, and that's what people say, and I'm starting to believe them. I'm sorry my Ghostface isn't very high leveled. I meant to grind out 1,000,000 blood points, but then I got a new job and I had to start working yesterday, and then I couldn't farm because my survivor games kept bugging out and I didn't want to use my killers, and I just didn't feel like doing the grind at the end of the night, especially when I heard about the birthday cakes that'll help me level them up faster anyway. So bear with me while I don't have any good perks or add-ons with him right now. But I figure I'll test him out and do this video all the same. Jeez, this is taking forever to get a lobby. I'm sorry about that. I'll try to get multiple games in though, so not to worry about that. So, it's like everyone's disappointed, and, the worst part about it is you got these fringe, frothy survivors that are going around on Twitter, like mocking people saying, yeah, you ignore those ignorant killer mains, you're doing a great job, devs. It's like, these are the same people that are, and what the funny thing is like there was one comment that just showed exactly what kind of people they are. They're like, when they heard Ghostface was getting nerfed, and they're like, well, he won't be viable at red ranks. He's like, and they're like, yeah, he'll be balanced around the entire game and not just high ranks, which means it'll be fair at all ranks. But that sentence in itself is contradictory. And sorry if you hear any background noise, my sister's in the bathtub and my room is close to the bathroom. So it's contradictory because if he's not if he's not strong at high ranks, then he's not balanced for all ranks. He's just balanced for low ranks, which is the entirety of the problem with Dead by Daylight's killer balances. And that's why everyone's so desperate for Ghostface to be good, because we want another viable killer. We've gone 2 chapters in a row with killers that were bad from start, and I mean Legion is, I don't know how I feel about Legion. I don't know where he places right now, but Plague, she's definitely down there with Trapper, and for the same reason Trapper's down there. Inconsistent, and the power's strong but doesn't have but it's slow startup, and it's not guaranteed to actually do anything even when you have it set up. And not to mention the fact that survivors get to control the power, and they get an extremely powerful benefit from your power, which denies her pressure, which is the worst thing they could have done. Alright, so we finally got a game. So I'll try to figure out how to play Ghostface as I go along. I have not played him yet. This is my first game with him. So I'm not sure how you people feel about this whole situation, but I'm kind of hoping the devs will dial it back a little bit since they still haven't patched him, and they'll, you know, consider what we're trying to do here. They'll consider keeping him as he is and seeing what happens. Because, you know, it's like True Talent has said, 2 days of PTB against mixed rank survivors, and they think they know whether or not he needs a nerf or not. It's like, that's, mixed rank survivor games don't mean a jack shit, because I can't tell you how many times, like just last night, that I was playing Survivor and I was beating the killer easily, but then my teammates couldn't handle the killer, so we all ended up dying because they couldn't handle it. And it's just, it goes to show you that mixed ranks are a terrible way of quote-unquote testing the balance. It is so inaccurate, it will not give you good results. And not to mention survivors even haven't had time to figure out Ghostface's tweaks and flaws yet. So if they go ahead and just nerf him before he even has a chance to see where he lands in the meta, he's going to end up a lower tier killer, I guarantee it. Alright. So, I'll try to give some commentary while I'm doing this, but first game. So that's how you do that. This knife is kind of nice, though. So okay, so that's how I crouch. Oh, here we go. Oh, she got me with the fireworks. Can't see. Oh, there she goes. Damn it, she wasn't one of the ones I marked either. Gotta understand how this killer works. Alright, so she's trying to go for these loops over here. I missed. I hit the... Of course it made me hit the pallet. Jeez, these game noises are loud. Alright, turn down that a bit. Gotta get warmed up. Yeah, this is a weird feeling. I can't figure out how this is supposed to work, because, you know, they changed the lunges in this patch, or how they look at least, so it's harder to tell where I'm going to lunge from, because the visual effects are different than we're used to as killers. Alright, I got her here. That took longer than I would have liked, but can't do everything, right? Alright. So that's first time using this perk. Now I know where I need to go after this. Enter that stealth. Ooh, this guy is not focusing the camera. Yep, there we go. Now we in it, boys. Got him. This is weird. Alright. So I don't know what your guys' opinions on all this is. Like, are you among the many who, you know... That actually reminds me. Are you among the many that, like, wanted Ghostface to stay as he is? Because according to a survey that they put out themselves, 88% of all players that took the survey have said that Ghostface should remain how he is. They like how he is in the PTB. So why would they change him if so many people like him? Because once again, they're balancing around the weaker players of the game. That's just not healthy for the game. Because I mean, think about it. If you balance around the weaker players when they don't know how to play the game, once they start figuring out how to play the game, they're going to get stronger and stronger and stronger, but the killer is going to remain balanced around players who don't know what they're doing. So explain to me how that's supposed to be balanced. Trying to figure out how to use the stalking mechanic properly. He feels kind of slow sometimes. They're definitely not focusing their camera as they should be. Oh, I couldn't see her. Jen blocked my vision a little bit. Oh, here we go. Got her. That was a weird laggy moment. Let's see, I'm very concerned that the devs claim that they're going with community feedback, and yet the community feedback has been loud and clear on everyone's thoughts on Ghostface, and yet they're not listening to community feedback at all. Why are you still on the gen? Why are you still on the gen? Like, I'm right here. I don't even need my stealth to take you out. You're just, you're... Whatever. I like the potential of having another good killer in the game, you know? I think everyone does. I mean, it's like the players who claim they are tired of seeing Spirit nursing Billy at high ranks, it's like, well, when those same people are saying, oh, let's nerf Ghostface, it's like, you're contradicting yourself. You want more killers seen at red ranks, but the problem is it seems like you want killers to be forced to play other killers, rather than balancing the other killers to make killers want to play other killers. I got you, Kate. I got you. Oh yeah. Oh, I was about to say, please tell me you're gonna try to loop that car. That was like the easiest mind gameable window. Well, that wasn't very smart. Now I know exactly where you are, Kate. What are you gonna do now, Kate? Oh, I see you got a pallet here. I'm not sticking around here, Kate, and you got no pallet over here, so you can't stop me. You can't stop me, Kate. Oh, or you can just do that. The jukes for survivors on controllers are crazy sometimes. You wouldn't think they would work so well, but they do. Alright. Alright, let's try to do something with this. And there they are. I have seen you. But yeah, so far he's a lot of fun to play. You know, even me first time playing him, I've been watching some gameplay, so I know a little bit about it, and I don't even have very good perks, so it's not too bad. But I don't know. I feel like the devs are really jumping the gun on this one, like, really badly, and that they really shouldn't be. Like, if they're going to, they talk about how they want community feedback and all. Well, if you want it, then why don't you listen to it when we give it to you? Like, how loud do killers have to yell? To what lengths do killers have to go to finally get a voice around here? To finally get a seat at the table when it comes to these kind of decisions? Where was that guy? Did I actually tag somebody? Alright, I should go to the gens. I shouldn't be hanging around here. Oh, here we go. That gen's already a good portion of the way done. Laggy Jake. So, you know, this ain't working too bad for a first game with Ghostface. It's, it could be better, obviously. Yeah, especially since we got that going. I think these guys might be Survivor friends, considering they're similar cosmetics and stuff. I don't know why he didn't stick to the pallet. Oh, it's because he's got another one right here. Alright, well, he's running away from this one, too. I don't understand what you think you're accomplishing with this. There you have it. She got it. Can't bother chasing her. There's Jen's kicked down. Shit, didn't mean to hit the swing. And there's the hatch in plain view. Wish I had my good perks. Would have made this a lot simpler. Might have been able to actually do something with this match. But it looks like 1 kill is going to be all I get for my first match. Where'd you... Alright, sure. Just disappear, I guess. That's fine too. Yeah, this gen perk, I'm iffy on it. Looks like it might be okay in certain situations, but in this particular case it hasn't been doing me very many favors. Oh. Now she's gonna wait at the pallet. Gotcha. I'm smarter. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about the exit gates. Still, I got a decent amount of points, so hopefully I'll be able to level up Ghostface and get him some better stuff. The Hook's little decorations are kind of fun, how they shoot confetti and stuff. That's funny. And he could see me, of course. Wow. Yeah, that didn't work out. And now they're gonna get away because I left the hook, because, you know. Oh, camper killers are so bad. I mean, yeah, I don't like camper killers either, but you know what? This is what happens when you don't camp at the end game. They get away for free. And it's not fucking fair. Yeah, they're running towards this exit gate. They already know it's open. They're a team of survivor friends, most likely. Especially considering 2 of them had the same cosmetics, so at least 2 of them were playing together. Yeah, there goes the tea bags, thinking they're hot shit. So whatever. I got a good amount of points that game, so I don't really care what this bitch does. Will you fucking leave? Sheesh. Well, at least I pipped. Pretty sure I 2-hooked everybody. Well, at least, oh right, I forgot double bullet points got extended. I'd almost forgotten that. Well, that's useful. Alright, so that's game 1 is Ghostface. And as you can see, it's not like he's completely unbeatable. Now, granted, I'm not using any add-ons and I don't have very good perks, but it's like... These guys also weren't very good either, and I was having a bit of a rough time due to my lack of knowledge with the killer. So I don't know what the big deal is with survivors when it comes to killers actually being usable. I just think it's super counterproductive to the health of the game. You know, because killers, they're, and myself included on this, we're getting tired of being treated like we're second class, or treated like we don't have a say. Treated like, you know, our side is somehow the more powerful one, whenever history has shown that that is not the case in the slightest. Alright, let's throw another perk on here. I'm thinking I'm all ears, because I want to test out this perk. It looks like it has some uses, now that they changed how it works. It's not exactly what I was thinking, but it's got the same effect. You know what? Instead of Corrupt Intervention, I'm going to start with Sloppy Butcher, you know, anti-heals, because why not? I would use his new perk, but honestly I can turn my terror radius to 0 anyway, so there's not much point in me using a terror radius reduction perk. Although I might try this one on Myers. I guess we'll just have to see. This game I'll use some add-ons. Slightly increase power recovery rate, and slightly increases speed while stalking, just so I have some add-ons to play around with. I wish I could be more pumped. I really wish I could be. But I remember looking at the tweet this morning and then seeing instantly in the comments, "Oh, you nerfed him, you nerfed him." I'm like, "Oh, great." After hearing the nerfs, some of them I can agree with, but the one I want them to at least consider not doing is the one that increases his how easy it is to see him. Now it could, maybe it's a fine-tuning that'll make it, I mean, because the whole point is they're trying to make it to where survivors can more easily break him out of stealth and chase. And I don't know why that's such a big deal. I mean, I guess it allows him to stalk them, and that's the problem. If it really makes it that much easier, it's gonna ruin his ability to get marks on survivors, because he already has a audio cue within 8 meters, and plus survivors are gonna run Object of Obsession and Spine Chill, which will make it to where his power is not very strong, and then survivor friends are gonna constantly be telling each other where he is, and it's just gonna... The whole point of using a camera to destroy a killer's power is already a rough idea, and I didn't think they could possibly balance it, but I think what we have now is about as close as it's gonna get to be balanced. And they're attempting to take that away. And I don't think it's fair that the killers always have to take the back seat. So, I might do a little less talking about this stuff during this next game, because I know you're probably tired of hearing me drone on about it, but let me know what you guys think. Like, seriously, I would love to hear what you guys think about all this. Because it's just, I need to know, is it really, like, how bad is it from the survivor's point of view? I'll actually probably play some Survivor later just to see how Ghostface is, because I'm sure a lot of people are playing him right now. I just don't possibly see how it could be that hard to break his power whenever you can, like, crouch behind a rock, peek over the rock, he can't stalk you, but you can see him. And he has to avoid being detected if he wants to keep stalking. It's just a constant peek war you have to play with him. And it's not like he gets any speed boosts or anything. He's still a 115 killer. He's just a powerful stealth killer, or at least has the potential to be one. Closest we ever got to that really was Myers, and Myers is still not that great in my opinion because of his slow startup. He's fucking got the same weakness as Trapper. His startup is really bad, and his power is not even guaranteed to give him a huge benefit. Now, it has a decent chance to, because he gets extended lunge range, vaults faster, and all that jazz, sure. But the problem is, everybody knows the moment he has his power, so they can just hide. And that's what they do with him and Plague, and that really cucks them with their powers, because it's like, if a survivor does not want to be found, as long as they're hiding, like, in an area where they're not willing to move, you will never find them. The maps are too big, and there's too many things that they can hide in. And if they're moving around especially, it's like, good luck ever finding them. But back to this. All around, it's the whole getting Ghostface in the game's a neat little idea. I kind of like his theme music. I actually should pay attention to this match and see if the sounds for footsteps and stuff are better. It seems like they might be, but I wasn't paying too much attention because I was talking last match. Ghostface does have a lot of, potential to be fun, but I just don't want to see another killer tossed into the dumpster. And it's the whole, it's like I mentioned in a previous video, it's the whole problem I have with licensed killers, is that up till now we have not had a single licensed killer be strong, except for Ghostface as he is in his current state, potentially. And I'm just like, what's the point of buying a killer you have to buy with auric cells if they're never going to be good? His perks aren't even that great either. Oh, Gruesome Gateau. Nice. So we'll get a decent amount of blood points this game. Appreciate it, Survivor. If I had one, I would put it up too. Believe me, I need as many blood points in Ghostface as I can. So yeah, I'll be paying close attention to Ghostface, see how he runs, and I'll give more feedback as I learn more and as I, I'll try to keep you up to date on what's going on, and if the update does go through, then I guess we'll test him out again, see how he does. I just really hope that they take out that increased ability to see him. It's like, it's not that hard to take him out of stealth. I'd refuse to believe that it is. I mean, you just gotta play it right. Alright. So, I did also mention in my previous video that I'm going to be testing out, I'm going to be making a new series on the channel. And I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet. I'm going to start on that video, I believe tomorrow, on the first video of the series. Just a little something I came up with. It's something that you kind of have seen before, but I'm kind of like taking it to a whole new level with it. Nothing too extravagant, but something I think you'll enjoy. Something I can enjoy making, and something that'll allow me to get my creative thoughts out there for you guys to see. I didn't play that right. I thought she had way more stock. I can't get the lean to work properly. Alright, well I should be alright with her. She doesn't look like she knows where she's going. She's just running into the cornfield like a madman. So let's just take that into account. Alright, which generators are not blocked? So those. Wow, alright. Look how quick these gens are already going. Like, this is insanity. Look at this. The gens are flying. Ah, damn it. Sorry. Why are you... Does she have an insta-heal? Yes, she does. Oh, it's whatever. You just gave me what I wanted, honestly. Makes things easier for me. You just wasted your insta-heal. I didn't even want her. I mean, it's whatever. They're probably going to kick my ass anyway. They're rushing the gens like crazy. It's like... And, I mean, this is a perfect example. How can a killer be overpowered when the gens go this quick? Especially one like Ghostface, who doesn't even have map pressure. Fuck. Alright, Claudette. I'll go after you then. You're an easy picking if I get you before you get to this pallet. Yeah. Why do I feel so slow? And there she goes. A Claudette just disappearing like they always do. Well, that's a bug. Don't know what happened there. But I thought I'd seen her anyway. But yeah, if I had some better pressure perks, maybe I could do something more here, but yeah, this match is a complete bust. There's like nothing I can do. Here we go already with this. Are you fucking kidding me? Fang men, you bitch. You see, this is what I'm talking about. They're all just... I mean, what are you supposed to do? Survivors still hold power over you. Maybe if I had some better add-ons, I might feel a bit different, but it's like... Yeah, I know where you are, so it doesn't matter which way you go. There it is. 1 gen left. What are you gonna do about that? Nothing. That's what you're gonna do as a killer. Because there's nothing you can't do. Killers are... looks like they're going in for the save, yeah. I mean, look at that. They just bum rush at me. There's no stopping them. They've already figured it out. You bum rush Ghostface as a fucking team and his power is useless. What the... What? What is with the sounds? Well, you can kind of hear her walking. Yeah, I haven't been able to get any stock off on them this match. I'm not used to this killer, and I guess I'm anxious and stressed out. Ah, shocker. This whole leaning mechanic doesn't seem to help right now. I'm probably just using it wrong, but oh. Shit. I need her to go away. I mean, look how easily they're breaking me out of this shit. Like, if they make it even easier, Ghostface is doomed. He's straight up doomed. And I will not be able to forgive the devs for a while for that. Especially considering they had me fucking paying this kind of money for a killer that's gonna just get destroyed all the time. Don't even know why we bother sometimes. And there it is. The adrenaline. At least I'm getting you. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do anything with Ghostface until I get some more points. Should have known, survivors are only generous with blood point offerings whenever they know they're going to win because they're a survivor friend squad. I'm probably going to get this slammed down on me, but I don't care anymore. Alright, well, gens are about to, I mean the door's about to open any second, I'm sure. I'll just sit at this door and see if anyone shows up. No, they're all just gonna leave out the other door. I'm not about, yeah, it's like I'm not about to indulge their bullshit. They can just leave. Sorry, this isn't exactly the gameplay I wanted, but I was hoping to have a lot more perks and stuff by the time Ghostface released. But obviously that didn't happen. Maybe I can bait this other guy over here, but I doubt it. Just depends on if he gets greedy. Honestly, I think the last one's just waiting in the other exit gate. Trying to BM, but I'll just let him have his timer. He can sit here. Anyhow, yeah, entity displeased. Alright, such an OP killer, by the way. Anyhow, that's all I'm gonna have for now. I just don't you know, I don't want to make this video too long, and just wanted to get a little something for you to talk about Ghostface and let you know how I feel about it, which is not very optimistic at the moment. Anyhow, maybe things will change, maybe not. We'll see. I'll have more videos up for you soon. Stay tuned.